Sleep stories, a gentle path to restful nights. Good evening, everyone. Let me invite you to imagine a cozy, quiet corner of your world where the moonlight softly peeks through the window and the gentle rhythm of a peaceful night welcomes you. Now, picture yourself settling down, ready for rest. But before you drift into the blissful embrace of sleep, there's a special gift waiting for you, a story. You see, stories have always been a way to help us escape the busyness of the world. They take us to places where time slows down and worries float away like autumn leaves in the breeze. And what better way to embrace the serenity of sleep than through the gentle, soothing embrace of a sleep story? A sleep story is not just a tale, but a journey, a quiet exploration of places where calmness is a constant companion. Imagine, if you will, a quiet meadow with the soft rustling of leaves, the scent of fresh flowers carried by the wind, and the distant sound of a stream winding its way through the land. With every word, you are guided closer to a peaceful state, where the world outside fades into the distance, and only tranquility remains. Sleep stories are not about excitement or adventure in the usual sense. They are about slowing down. They are an invitation to embrace the present moment with a heart that is at ease and a mind that is calm. The gentle pace of a sleep story allows you to relax into the rhythm of the night, reminding you that it's perfectly okay to let go of the day, to let go of your thoughts, and simply be. Each story is a small gift of comfort, a reminder that rest is just as important as action, and that quiet moments are often where we find our deepest peace. They are not just stories to listen to, they are experiences to absorb, a chance to nourish your soul as you prepare to. And as the story winds down, you'll find that your body feels lighter, your thoughts slower, and your heart full of peace, ready to drift into sleep as effortlessly as a leaf falling on a calm pond. So tonight, as you close your eyes and the story unfolds in your mind, remember you are not just being told a tale. You're being gently led into a world of calm, a place where all the busyness of the day can simply fade away. And in that quiet, peaceful space, rest will come, not as something you chase, but as something you simply welcome. There is a unique power in stories, one that transcends time, space, and even language. Stories have been told for centuries, passed down through generations to entertain, teach, and connect people. However, not all stories are created for the same purpose. While some seek to captivate with action, excitement, or deep lessons, there is another type of story, a story meant to calm, to soothe, and to guide one toward tranquility. These stories are called sleep stories, and they hold a special place in the realm of storytelling. Unlike traditional narratives that thrive on conflict and resolution, sleep stories are designed to create an atmosphere of calm, where the listener's mind can slow down, unwind, and prepare for rest. At the core of sleep stories is the concept of relaxation. They are crafted with an intentional purpose to help ease the listener out of the stresses of daily life and into a space of comfort. In our fast-paced world, where our minds are constantly occupied with work, responsibilities, and 1,000 distractions, finding a moment to rest can seem impossible. Sleep stories offer a simple, yet profound solution to this problem. By immersing oneself in a story that focuses on peaceful imagery, soothing sounds, and gentle pacing, the mind gradually shifts away from the rush of thoughts that typically consume our attention. The power of a relaxing story lies in its ability to create a mental and emotional shift. When we listen to stories, especially those designed with relaxation in mind, we begin to engage our imagination in a way that is not aimed at stimulating or exciting us, but rather at calming and centering us. This engagement allows us to momentarily disconnect from the overwhelming demands of daily life and enter a mental space that feels safe, nurturing, and restorative. The words, the pace, and the tone of a sleep story all work together to form a sanctuary for the mind, a space where there is no pressure to be anything other than present and relaxed. The human mind is incredibly adept at worrying, analyzing, and projecting. In times of stress, anxiety, or overthinking, our minds can become like a whirlwind of thoughts, racing and spinning with no sense of direction or calm. It is in these moments, when we are lost in our worries, that sleep stories become especially powerful. As the mind tries to find rest, it is often tangled in a web of thoughts that are too loud or too urgent to ignore. Sleep stories, however, serve as a gentle guide away from this storm. They offer a refuge from the noise, guiding the listener through calming landscapes, peaceful environments, or gentle meditations. Imagine listening to a story that transports you to a quiet meadow, where the soft rustling of the trees is the only sound, or a tranquil beach where the rhythmic sound of the waves crashing against the shore provides the backdrop to your thoughts. These calming images allow the mind to relax into the flow of the story, creating a connection to the present moment and calming the nervous system. The result is a shift in focus from the noise and chaos of the day to the peaceful, grounded space created by the story. When you listen to a sleep story, you are not just hearing words, you are experiencing a journey. The pace of the narrative is slower than most forms of entertainment, deliberately designed to give you time to process and absorb the imagery. This slower pace invites you to breathe deeply and let go of any tension in your body. As the story unfolds, it encourages you to soften your grip on the stresses you carry. Just as a physical massage releases the tension in your muscles, a sleep story works to release the tension in your mind, guiding you through the process of unwinding. What is fascinating about sleep stories is how they appeal to our natural sense of comfort. Humans have an innate desire for calm and peace, and sleep stories tap into this need by presenting a scenario where everything is gentle, harmonious, and free from distress. When we listen to these stories, we are transported to a world where things unfold in a deliberate, peaceful manner. There is no rush, no hurry, and no need to solve anything. This can be a radical departure from the way we typically experience the world, where we are constantly urged to move faster, accomplish more, and perform better. In a sleep story, there is no pressure. It is simply a space for being, for slowing down, and for allowing the body and mind to find balance. The power of a relaxing story also lies in the way it encourages mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of being present, of focusing on the here and now without judgment. It is often difficult to practice mindfulness when the mind is overwhelmed with thoughts of the past or future. Sleep stories, by their very nature, guide the listener into the present moment. The focus is on the narrative, the sights, sounds, and feelings that are being described. Each word invites you to pay attention to the present, and as you follow the story, you begin to let go of the need to control or anticipate what will happen next. There is no urgency in a sleep story. The story moves at its own pace, inviting you to move with it. Furthermore, sleep stories provide an opportunity for individuals to experience a form of self-care that is both simple and effective. In a world where self-care is often seen as something that requires active effort, exercise, journaling, mindfulness practices, sleep stories offer a passive form of care. Listening to a sleep story requires nothing from the listener other than to be open and receptive. There is no need for effort, no need to do anything except listen and let go. This passive form of self-care is powerful because it allows the listener to surrender to the experience. For many, the act of simply being present in the moment without the need to accomplish or achieve can feel deeply restorative. Sleep stories are also remarkably versatile in their ability to address different emotional and mental states. Some sleep stories focus on grounding and calming techniques, while others may be designed to help release negative emotions such as stress, anxiety, or sadness. In this way, they become not only a tool for relaxation, but also a tool for emotional healing. The gentle nature of the storytelling, paired with a nurturing tone, creates an atmosphere where emotional release is possible. For someone experiencing stress, a sleep story can act as a gentle balm, soothing overworked nerves and offering a reprieve from the demands of daily life. For someone dealing with anxiety or racing thoughts, the rhythmic nature of a sleep story can help slow down the mind and create space for calm. The process of listening to a sleep story is akin to taking a pause in the middle of a busy day. It provides a break, a moment of respite that is desperately needed in our modern, fast-paced world. The benefits of sleep stories extend beyond their immediate effects on relaxation. Regularly listening to these calming tales can have lasting impacts on sleep patterns and overall well-being. Over time, sleep stories can help train the mind to associate storytelling with relaxation, making it easier to fall asleep each night. This habitual practice of winding down with a sleep story can encourage a consistent bedtime routine, signaling to the body that it is time to rest. The consistent relaxation provided by sleep stories can also contribute to improved mental health, reducing levels of anxiety and stress over time. In conclusion, the power of relaxing stories is in their ability to transport the listener to a place of peace, allowing the mind and body to slow down, unwind, and let go of tension. They guide us away from the noise of the world and into a space where rest can be fully embraced. In a time when life often feels chaotic and overwhelming, sleep stories offer a precious gift, a moment of stillness, a refuge from the storm, and an opportunity to restore and renew. They remind us that rest is not a luxury but a necessity, and in that rest we find healing, peace, and a renewed sense of well-being. There is something profound in the act of slowing down. In our fast-paced, often overwhelming world, the simple act of pausing, of giving ourselves permission to be still, can be both a rare and precious experience. Yet, it is within this stillness, within moments of tranquility, that we find a deep and lasting sense of peace. This tranquility is not simply an absence of noise or busyness, but a state of being, a feeling that everything is as it should be, a peacefulness that comes from within, regardless of the external circumstances. In a world where we are constantly urged to move faster, do more, and achieve greater things, finding true tranquility becomes not just a luxury, but an essential practice for our well-being. One of the most powerful invitations to this tranquility is through the art of sleep stories. Sleep stories have become a refuge for those seeking relief from the constant demands of daily life. These stories offer not only a peaceful narrative, but also a pathway to mindfulness, relaxation, and ultimately sleep. They are designed with the intention to guide the listener into a state of calmness, providing a gentle escape from the pressures of the day and allowing the mind to quiet its ceaseless chatter. Through their soothing words and calming imagery, sleep stories create an environment where relaxation can flourish, where the body and mind can release tension, and where tranquility can be invited in. The very essence of a sleep story is an invitation, a call to step away from the noise of the world and into a space where peace and calm are the dominant forces. Unlike many forms of entertainment that focus on stimulating the senses, sleep stories focus on soothing them. They are crafted not to excite or engage the mind in complex plots or actions, but to gently guide it towards a state of stillness. It is in this invitation to tranquility that the true power of sleep stories lies. When we listen to a sleep story, we are not merely hearing a tale, We are engaging with an experience, one that is specifically designed to lead us towards relaxation. The storytelling itself is intentionally slow and soft, with pauses and spaces that encourage the listener to breathe deeply, to focus on the present moment, and to let go of the worries and distractions that might be lingering in their mind. The gentle pace allows the mind to unwind, as the listener is guided through tranquil landscapes or serene environments, each scene crafted with the intent to calm the nervous system and induce a state of peace. Whether it's the sound of a gentle stream, the rustling of leaves in the wind, or the quiet whisper of a soft breeze, the subtle details in the narrative serve to enhance the sense of calm, helping the listener feel connected to a peaceful and grounded reality. In many ways, sleep stories act as a balm for the overactive mind. Our thoughts often race at a rapid pace, especially when we are lying in bed, trying to fall asleep. These thoughts can range from the mundane to the deeply personal, and they can become overwhelming, preventing us from relaxing. Sleep stories serve as a gentle guide out of this mental frenzy. The narrative provides a soft focus, a place for the mind to rest, and slowly but surely, the listener is drawn away from their racing thoughts and into the calming world of the story. This shift allows the mind to release its hold on worries, anxieties, and stresses, and instead embrace a peaceful, tranquil state of being. The invitation to tranquility offered by sleep stories is not just about providing a distraction from the world. It is about creating an atmosphere where restfulness can be cultivated. As the story unfolds, the listener is encouraged to relax into the experience, to let go of any tension they may be holding, whether in their body or mind. The process of listening to a sleep story encourages a mindful awareness of the present moment. It teaches us how to be still, how to focus on the now, and how to quiet the inner noise that often keeps us from finding peace. In this way, sleep stories act as a guide to mindfulness. The art of mindfulness is the practice of being present, of observing the world around us, and our internal experiences without judgment or attachment. For many, the concept of mindfulness can seem challenging, especially when the mind is filled with racing thoughts or emotions. However, sleep stories offer a more accessible way to engage in mindfulness. By focusing the listener's attention on the calming narrative, sleep stories naturally encourage a state of presence. Each word, each scene, invites the listener to be fully immersed in the moment, allowing them to let go of the past and future and simply exist in the peaceful now. The invitation to tranquility is further enhanced by the atmosphere that sleep stories create. The world we live in can often feel chaotic and stressful, with constant demands on our time and energy. In contrast, sleep stories provide a sanctuary and imaginary space where the listener can retreat from the busyness of life. The world of a sleep story is always one of peace, where there is no urgency, no rush, and no need to solve anything. In this world, everything unfolds at a gentle pace, allowing the listener to relax fully and to let go of any lingering tension. This world is a place where the mind can breathe and the body can relax into a state of ease and comfort. One of the most remarkable aspects of sleep stories is their ability to evoke a deep sense of safety and comfort. When we are in a state of relaxation, it is because we feel safe from the worries of the world, safe from the anxieties that might be clouding our thoughts, and safe from the need to control or fix anything. Sleep stories create a sense of safety by providing a nurturing environment where there is no rush or pressure. The listener is invited to simply be. This safety allows the body's natural relaxation response to take over. As the body relaxes, the mind follows, and the listener finds themselves entering into a peaceful state of stillness. Sleep stories also offer a sense of emotional release. Many of us carry emotional weight with us, stress from work, unresolved conflicts, or personal struggles that linger in our thoughts. These emotions can create a sense of heaviness, making it difficult to relax, or to rest. A sleep story provides an emotional reprieve, allowing the listener to temporarily release these burdens. The gentle pace and calming narrative offer a space where emotions can be processed and let go of without the need to confront them directly. In this way, sleep stories provide a form of emotional self-care, allowing us to release the tension and emotional weight we might be holding. This invitation to tranquility is not just for the moments before sleep. The practice of listening to sleep stories can have a cumulative effect on our overall sense of peace and well-being. When we engage with these stories regularly, we begin to train our minds and bodies to associate certain sounds, pacing, and imagery with relaxation. This means that over time, the act of listening to a sleep story becomes a powerful tool for calming the mind and preparing the body for rest. The routine itself becomes an anchor for tranquility, a signal to our nervous system that it is time to let go and unwind. Furthermore, the invitation to tranquility found in sleep stories has the power to transcend the bedroom. The practice of embracing peace and stillness before sleep can extend into other areas of our lives. The lessons learned from sleep stories, the ability to slow down, to let go of stress, and to focus on the present moment, can be applied during the day as well. In moments of overwhelm, we can call upon the same sense of peace that we experience in sleep stories, allowing us to approach challenging situations with greater calm and clarity. Through the invitation to tranquility, sleep stories offer us more than just a means of falling asleep. They offer a way to reconnect with our inner peace. They provide us with a gentle reminder that we don't need to be in constant motion, that it's okay to pause, to rest, and to simply be. In a world that often prizes productivity and busyness above all else, this invitation to tranquility is more essential than ever. It reminds us that true well-being is not found in doing more, but in finding moments of peace, stillness, and presence. In our fast-paced world, the idea of a gentle and slow pace can seem almost foreign. We live in an era where time is measured in seconds, and every moment is accounted for. There is an underlying pressure to move quickly, to accomplish as much as possible, and to be constantly productive. Yet, within this whirlwind of activity, there exists a profound beauty and necessity in slowing down, in adopting a gentler rhythm in life. This pace, which contrasts so starkly with the rush of modern existence, offers us a space to reconnect with ourselves, to savor the present moment, and to cultivate a sense of peace and contentment. The beauty of a slow pace is often found in its simplicity. It is an invitation to pause, to breathe, and to experience life as it unfolds rather than racing through it. When we allow ourselves to move at a gentler pace, we become more attuned to the world around us. The subtle sounds of nature, the warmth of the sun, or the texture of a moment become more noticeable. Each step, each breath, is a chance to appreciate the present in its fullest expression. The rush of life that often leads to stress and burnout dissipates, and in its place, there is a peaceful rhythm that encourages us to slow down and simply be. The power of slowing down is not just physical but mental and emotional as well. The mind, like the body, can become overburdened with the demands of daily life. Thoughts can race from one to the next, and the constant influx of information and stimuli can lead to feelings of overwhelm. In these moments, the act of slowing down, whether through deliberate breathing, meditation, or simply taking a break from the rush, can offer much-needed respite. The mind becomes clearer, quieter, and more focused when we allow it the space to rest. It is as though the frenetic energy that often dominates our thoughts and emotions can be calmed, allowing us to think more clearly and act more purposefully. A gentle pace also encourages a deeper connection with our surroundings and the people in our lives. When we move too quickly, we risk missing the subtle beauty in the world. We might walk past a blooming flower without noticing it, or fail to appreciate the warmth of a hug because we are already thinking about the next task on our to-do list. A slow pace allows us to be fully present. We can take time to engage with the world around us, to listen deeply to others, and to savor the small moments that make life meaningful. By slowing down, we open ourselves up to the richness of life, and we become more mindful of the impact we have on the world and the people we encounter. In our relationships, adopting a slow and gentle pace can be transformative. In our hurried lives, conversations often become transactional, driven by the need to move on to the next thing. We speak quickly, listen half-heartedly, and rarely take the time to truly connect with others. However, when we embrace a slower pace, we allow space for deeper, more meaningful interactions. We take the time to listen fully, to understand the nuances of a conversation, and to engage with others in a way that is present and compassionate. The quality of our relationships improves when we prioritize connection over speed, when we allow ourselves to be fully immersed in the moment without the pressure to rush through it. There is also a therapeutic element to a slow pace. For those who struggle with anxiety, stress, or burnout, moving too quickly can exacerbate these feelings. The constant pressure to keep up with expectations and to do more can create a sense of overwhelm that is difficult to escape. Slowing down, on the other hand, offers a path to healing. It is a way of giving ourselves permission to rest, to recharge, and to nurture our bodies and minds. By adopting a slower pace, we create space for relaxation and recovery, which are essential for maintaining our overall well-being. Whether it's through taking time to rest, engaging in self-care practices, or simply pausing throughout the day to breathe deeply, a gentle pace can help us restore balance and find a sense of peace amidst the chaos. In the context of work and productivity, the idea of slowing down might seem counterintuitive. After all, in a society that values achievement and efficiency, taking things slowly might appear as a luxury or even a hindrance. However, there is a growing body of evidence that suggests that a slower pace can actually enhance productivity in the long run. When we are constantly in motion, rushing from task to task, we can become fatigued and burned out. This leads to diminished focus, creativity, and performance. On the other hand, by taking the time to slow down, to rest, and to recharge, we are better able to approach our tasks with clarity, focus, and energy. In this way, a gentle pace becomes not just a method of relaxation, but a tool for more effective work and achievement. The concept of a slow pace is also tied to the practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness is the art of being present in the moment, fully aware of what is happening without judgment or distraction. When we move quickly through life, it is easy to become disconnected from the present. Our thoughts are consumed by the past or the future, and we miss the richness of the here and now. By slowing down, we are able to cultivate mindfulness. We are able to focus on the present moment, to engage fully with our experiences, and to appreciate life as it unfolds. This practice not only enhances our well-being, but also enriches our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. One of the most profound benefits of slowing down is its impact on our mental health. In a culture that often equates busyness with success, it is easy to fall into the trap of overwork and burnout. We push ourselves to accomplish more, to be more, and to do more, often at the expense of our mental and emotional health. The relentless pursuit of productivity can lead to feelings of inadequacy, anxiety, and exhaustion. By slowing down, we break free from this cycle. We give ourselves permission to take a step back, to rest, and to prioritize our well-being. In doing so, we create a foundation for better mental health, one that is built on balance, self-compassion, and mindfulness. Slowing down also fosters a deeper sense of gratitude. When we rush through life, we often take things for granted. We fail to appreciate the small moments that make life meaningful: the warmth of a cup of tea, the sound of birds chirping outside, the embrace of a loved one. A slower pace invites us to pay attention to these details, to savor the beauty in the ordinary, and to express gratitude for the blessings in our lives. Gratitude is a powerful antidote to stress and negativity. And by embracing a slower pace, we cultivate a mindset of appreciation and contentment. There is a profound wisdom in slowing down, a wisdom that can be found in the simple act of taking a breath, pausing for a moment, and allowing ourselves the space to just be. In a world that constantly demands more from us, adopting a gentle and slow pace is an act of self-preservation. It is a reminder that we are not machines, but human beings with limits, with needs, and with the right to rest. By embracing a slower pace, we create a life that is more fulfilling, more balanced, and more connected to the world around us. In this way, the gentle rhythm of slowing down becomes not just a way of living, but a path to a more peaceful and meaningful existence. In the hustle and bustle of daily life, it is easy to forget the most essential part of who we are: our soul. We become preoccupied with our responsibilities, obligations, and ambitions, leaving little room for the deeper, quieter aspects of our existence. Yet the soul is the very essence of our being, the part of us that connects to something greater, that yearns for peace, purpose, and connection. Nourishing the soul is not a luxury, but a necessity if we are to live a fulfilled and meaningful life. Just as the body requires food and rest to function properly, the soul needs care and attention to thrive. At the heart of nourishing the soul is the practice of self-awareness. Many of us go through life without truly reflecting on what feeds us spiritually and emotionally. We often operate on autopilot, responding to the demands of the world around us without pausing to ask ourselves what we truly need. Self-awareness is the ability to step back from the noise and tune into our inner world. It is about paying attention to our thoughts, feelings, and desires without judgment. By becoming more aware of our inner landscape, we gain insight into what nourishes us and what drains us. We begin to notice the activities, people, and experiences that leave us feeling energized and those that leave us feeling depleted. This awareness allows us to make choices that are in alignment with our soul's true needs, rather than simply responding to external pressures or expectations. One of the most powerful ways to nourish the soul is through the practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness is the art of being fully present in the moment, without distraction or judgment. In our fast-paced world, it is easy to become disconnected from the present moment. Our minds are constantly racing, jumping from one thought to the next, or worrying about the future or dwelling on the past. Mindfulness invites us to slow down and be fully immersed in the here and now. It teaches us to observe our thoughts, feelings, and sensations with curiosity rather than reacting to them automatically. By practicing mindfulness, we create space for our soul to breathe. We reconnect with the present moment, allowing ourselves to experience life more deeply and authentically. Another way to nourish the soul is through meaningful connection. The relationships we form with others are one of the greatest sources of nourishment for the soul. Human connection is at the heart of what it means to be alive. We are social beings, and we thrive when we are surrounded by people who understand us, support us, and love us for who we are. Meaningful connections go beyond surface-level interactions. They involve vulnerability, trust, and deep understanding. When we share our thoughts, feelings, and experiences with others in an authentic way, we create a bond that nourishes both parties. These connections remind us that we are not alone, that our experiences are valid, and that we are worthy of love and acceptance. Nourishing the soul through relationships means taking the time to nurture these connections, to show up for others, and allow them to show up for us. It is through these bonds that we experience a sense of belonging, purpose, and joy. Similarly, nourishing the soul involves engaging in activities that bring us joy and fulfillment. Each of us has unique passions and talents that are meant to be expressed in the world. When we engage in creative endeavors, whether it's painting, writing, dancing, or simply pursuing a hobby that brings us happiness, we nourish our soul. These activities allow us to tap into a deeper part of ourselves, one that is not bound by the expectations of the world. When we do what we love, we feel a sense of alignment with our true nature. The soul thrives when it is given the space to express itself freely, without fear or limitation. Whether it's through artistic expression, physical movement, or intellectual pursuits, nourishing the soul involves making time for the things that bring us joy and fulfillment. Alongside creativity, the soul is nourished through moments of stillness and solitude. In a world that constantly demands our attention, it can be difficult to find moments of quiet. Yet, it is in these moments of stillness that we reconnect with our inner selves. The soul needs time to rest, to reflect, and to simply be. Solitude allows us to step away from the distractions of daily life and reconnect with our own thoughts and feelings. It gives us the opportunity to listen to our inner voice and to seek clarity on the questions that matter most to us. When we take the time to be alone, we create space for introspection and growth. Solitude is not about isolation or loneliness, but about creating a sacred space for the soul to rest and rejuvenate. It is in this stillness that we often find the answers we seek and gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and our purpose. Another vital component of nourishing the soul is gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful practice that shifts our focus from what is lacking to what is abundant in our lives. When we practice gratitude, we begin to notice the beauty in the small, everyday moments, the warmth of the sun on our skin, the kindness of a friend, the comfort of a good meal. These moments, though seemingly insignificant, are the very essence of life. When we acknowledge them with gratitude, we open our hearts to the blessings that are already present in our lives. Gratitude nurtures the soul by shifting our perspective and reminding us of the goodness that surrounds us. It is a practice that deepens our connection to the present moment and to the world around us. Equally important is the practice of forgiveness. Holding on to anger, resentment, or regret can weigh heavily on the soul. When we hold grudges, we keep ourselves tethered to the past, preventing ourselves from moving forward. Forgiveness is the act of releasing these negative emotions, not for the sake of others, but for our own peace of mind. It is an act of self-compassion, allowing us to let go of the pain that keeps us stuck. When we forgive, we free ourselves from the emotional burden of the past, and we create space for healing and growth. Forgiveness does not mean condoning the actions of others, but rather choosing to release the hold that past hurt has on us. It is a gift we give to ourselves, a way of nourishing the soul by releasing the weight of anger and making room for peace. The soul is also nourished through the practice of self-compassion. Many of us are quick to be harsh with ourselves, to criticize or judge ourselves when we fall short. Yet, the soul flourishes when we treat ourselves with kindness and understanding. Self-compassion means accepting ourselves as we are, imperfections and all. It involves acknowledging our mistakes and failures without self-judgment, and offering ourselves the same kindness that we would offer a loved one. When we practice self-compassion, we allow ourselves the space to be human, to make mistakes, and to learn from them. This practice nurtures the soul by creating an environment of love and acceptance within ourselves. Nourishing the soul also means finding a sense of purpose and meaning in life. The soul thrives when it feels connected to something greater than itself, whether that be through spirituality, service to others, or the pursuit of personal growth. A life without purpose can feel empty, but when we find something to strive for, whether it's a goal, a cause, or a personal mission, the soul comes alive. Purpose gives us direction and meaning, and it fuels our passion and drive. When we live with purpose, we feel a sense of fulfillment that nourishes the soul and allows us to contribute to the world in a meaningful way. Ultimately, nourishing the soul is an ongoing practice, one that requires attention, care, and intention. It is not something that can be achieved overnight, but rather something that must be cultivated daily. By making time for self-awareness, mindfulness, connection, creativity, solitude, gratitude, forgiveness, self-compassion, and purpose, we create a life that nourishes the soul and supports our overall well-being. Just as the body requires nourishment to thrive, so too does the soul. When we give our soul the care it needs, we create a life that is rich in meaning, joy, and fulfillment. In the fast-paced world we live in, the ability to ease into sleep has become increasingly challenging. The demands of work, family, social obligations, and the constant barrage of information can keep our minds alert long into the night. For many, sleep becomes a frustrating battle, something elusive that slips away just when it's needed the most. However, the ability to ease into a restful, rejuvenating sleep is not a luxury, it is an essential part of maintaining a healthy, balanced life. When we learn how to ease into sleep, we allow our bodies and minds the time and space to rest, recover, and recharge for the day ahead. Sleep is not simply a passive activity, it is an active process that requires preparation, intention, and mindfulness. When we ease into sleep, we create an environment conducive to relaxation and restfulness. It is more than just lying down and closing our eyes. It involves a deliberate transition from the busyness of the day to the calmness of the night. This transition is crucial because it signals to our brain and body that it is time to shift from a state of alertness to one of calmness. The body needs time to slow down, to unwind, and to prepare for the deeper stages of sleep. If we rush this process or try to force ourselves into sleep, we're more likely to experience restless nights and wake up feeling fatigued rather than refreshed. One of the key elements to easing into sleep is the power of a bedtime routine. Just as we establish routines in our daily lives to ensure that tasks are completed and responsibilities are met, a bedtime routine helps signal to our mind and body that it is time to wind down and prepare for rest. A calming, consistent routine sends a powerful message to the brain that sleep is approaching. It might include activities such as dimming the lights, sipping a warm cup of tea, taking a warm bath or shower, or engaging in light stretching or deep breathing exercises. These activities help activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for the body's relaxation response. When we create a routine that consistently promotes relaxation, we are more likely to fall asleep easily and experience deeper, more restorative rest. In addition to establishing a routine, creating a sleep-friendly environment is crucial for easing into sleep. Our surroundings have a significant impact on our ability to relax and fall asleep. A dark, quiet, and cool environment is ideal for promoting restful sleep. Darkness triggers the production of melatonin, the hormone responsible for regulating our sleep-wake cycles. Bright lights, on the other hand, can disrupt melatonin production and make it harder for us to wind down. If possible, avoid exposure to screens such as smartphones, tablets, and televisions before bed, as the blue light emitted from these devices can suppress melatonin levels and interfere with our ability to fall asleep. Creating a peaceful environment also involves minimizing noise indoors and distractions. Consider using earplugs or a white noise machine if you are sensitive to sound, and keep your bedroom free from clutter that might cause unnecessary stress or distraction. Another vital aspect of easing into sleep is learning to manage the mind. The mind is often the biggest obstacle to a restful night's sleep. Thoughts, worries, and anxieties can keep us awake long after we've turned out the lights. This is why it is essential to cultivate practices that help calm the mind and ease it into a state of relaxation. Meditation, deep breathing exercises, and mindfulness practices can be incredibly effective in helping to quiet the mind and promote a sense of peace. These practices allow us to let go of the day's stresses and return to a state of calm. One simple technique is to focus on the breath, gently inhaling and exhaling, while allowing each breath to become slower and deeper. This process activates the body's relaxation response, calming the nervous system and signaling to the brain that it is time to rest. For some, journaling can be an effective way to manage thoughts before bed. Writing down worries, to-do lists, or reflections from the day can help clear the mind and release any lingering thoughts or emotions. When we put our thoughts on paper, we are essentially externalizing them, which can make them feel less overwhelming. By doing so, we create space for the mind to relax and shift its focus away from the worries of the day. Journaling before bed can also be an opportunity for gratitude, where we reflect on the positive aspects of our lives and express appreciation for them. Gratitude has been shown to improve sleep quality by promoting a positive mindset and reducing feelings of stress and anxiety. The role of physical comfort cannot be overlooked when it comes to easing into sleep. The body requires a certain level of comfort in order to relax fully and enter the deeper stages of sleep. This means choosing the right mattress, pillow, and bedding that support your body and promote a comfortable, restful position. The ideal mattress should provide adequate support for your spine, while the pillow should help align your neck and head with the rest of your body. Bedding that is soft, breathable, and conducive to temperature regulation also plays an important role. Many people find that a cool, breathable environment is optimal for sleep, as it helps prevent overheating and promotes deeper sleep cycles. Another key factor to consider when easing into sleep is the role of nutrition. The foods we consume throughout the day can have a significant impact on our ability to fall asleep at night. Certain foods, such as those high in sugar, caffeine, or refined carbohydrates, can disrupt the sleep process by stimulating the body or interfering with its natural rhythms. On the other hand, foods rich in nutrients that promote relaxation, such as magnesium, potassium, and tryptophan, can enhance sleep quality. A light snack before bed, such as a handful of nuts, a small serving of yogurt, or a piece of fruit, can be a gentle way to ease the body into rest without weighing it down. Additionally, staying hydrated is important, but it is best to avoid large amounts of liquid close to bedtime to prevent waking up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom. Exercise also plays a significant role in promoting restful sleep. Regular physical activity helps regulate the body's internal clock and promotes deeper, more restful sleep. However, timing matters. While exercise can be beneficial for sleep, engaging in intense physical activity right before bed can have the opposite effect, making it harder to wind down and fall asleep. It is generally recommended to finish any vigorous exercise at least 3 hours before bedtime to allow the body to relax and transition into sleep. Light stretching or yoga before bed, on the other hand, can help promote relaxation and ease the muscles, making it easier to transition into sleep. One of the most important aspects of easing into sleep is developing a mindset that allows for rest. Many people struggle with sleep because they have a mindset that revolves around the need to fall asleep. The pressure to sleep can often have the opposite effect, creating anxiety and preventing relaxation. Instead of focusing on the goal of sleep itself, it can be helpful to focus on relaxation. When we shift our attention away from trying to sleep and instead focus on creating an environment of peace and comfort, we allow sleep to come naturally. It is important to remember that sleep is not something we can force, but rather something that happens when we allow the body and mind to relax fully. Letting go of the need to make sleep happen can often be the key to falling asleep easily and waking up refreshed. In the end, easing into sleep is not a one-size-fits-all process. It is a personal journey that requires patience, experimentation, and self-awareness. Everyone is different, and what works for one person may not work for another. The key is to find the practices and routines that help you transition from the busy energy of the day to the calm stillness of the night. By taking the time to care for your body, mind, and environment, you create the conditions necessary for restful, rejuvenating sleep. With patience and consistency, the ability to ease into sleep becomes an essential part of your life, improving not only the quality of your sleep, but also the overall quality of your waking hours.